All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're talking about a huge upgrade for your business. How to go from basic, kind of clunky automation to a genuinely smart voice AI system. And hey, if you feel like your current tools are just holding you back, then you're in exactly the right place.
So let me ask you something right off the bat. Your automation, is it actually helping you? Or does it feel like you're constantly hitting a wall? You know what I'm talking about, right? You've got the email flows, the little chat widgets, but the second a real person asks a slightly tricky question, the whole thing just breaks. It's super frustrating, I know. And that's exactly what we're going to tackle today. Okay, so here's the game plan. First, we'll talk about that automation wall. Then we'll get into what makes voice AI so different. After that, I'm going to give you a 10-step blueprint to upgrade your own systems. We'll even look at a before and after, and wrap up with what this really means for your business.
All right, first up, the automation wall. Look, most businesses start out with some basic automation, and that's great. It's a solid first step. But, and this is a big but, we need to get real about its limits. We need to understand why that basic stuff just isn't going to cut it anymore if you want to stay ahead of the game.
So where does it all go wrong? Well, think about it. Basic automation. It can't actually talk to people or understand them. It just spits out pre-written lines. It can't make smart decisions on its own. It just follows a rigid script. And dynamic personalization? Forget about it. It can't really collect good quality data from a real conversation either. So you're left with your team having the same repetitive conversations over and over. And the minute things get even a little bit complex, the whole system just falls apart. Okay, so that's the problem. It's a big one. But now let's talk about the solution. And that is voice AI. And I want to be super clear here. This isn't just some small tweak. This is a total shift in thinking, from just giving commands to actually having a conversation.
So what are we even talking about when we say voice AI? Well, at its core, it's a smart system that can talk to people like a real person. It can make decisions, it can gather information, and it can even manage different tasks. The two big words there are intelligent and naturally. It's built for the messiness of real human conversations.
When you put them side by side, the difference is just night and day. Basic automation is like sending a message in a bottle. It's one way. Voice AI, that's a real two-way conversation. Basic automation is stuck in its ways, totally rule-based. Voice AI learns and adapts. You're going from a clunky, barely functional experience to something that's actually engaging and makes your customers feel like you're listening.
Okay, this all sounds amazing in theory, right? But you're probably thinking, how do I actually do this? Well, that's what this next part is all about. We're diving into your 10-step upgrade blueprint. This is the practical, step-by-step guide to making it happen.
All right, the first 5 steps are all about building a solid foundation. You can't skip this stuff. You start by taking a good, hard look at the automation you already have. Then, you pinpoint those conversations that happen over and over and over again. Those are your golden opportunities. Now, this next part is critical. You have to completely rethink your processes. You're moving from a simple flowchart to a flexible conversation. And finally, you give the AI the brains it needs by building a knowledge layer. And please, clean up your CRM data. A smart AI needs clean data to work its magic.
Okay, with the foundation in place, now we get to the fun part, activation and optimization. This is where you bring it to life. You go omnichannel, let it talk to people on the phone, through SMS, on WhatsApp, wherever your customers are. Then you build in that smart decision-making logic so it can think on its feet. You automate the entire follow-up journey so nothing slips through the cracks, and of course, you build a dashboard to see how it's all performing. But the most important step, number 10, you have to treat this as a living, breathing part of your business that you're always tuning and making smarter.
Right, enough with the theory. Let's make this really concrete. I'm going to walk you through a simple before and after so you can see the massive difference this makes in the real world.
First, let's look at the old way. And I have a feeling this is going to look pretty familiar to a lot of you. It's slow, it's clunky, and honestly, it's just packed with opportunities for things to go wrong.
So check this out, the classic workflow, right? A customer fills out a form, an automated email gets sent out, which, let's be honest, probably goes straight to their spam folder. Your team gets a notification and they have to drop whatever they're doing to deal with it. By the time they actually reach out, hours, maybe even a day have passed. That hot lead is now ice cold. The chances of them just ghosting you at this point, sky high.
Okay, now let's flip the script. Let's look at the new way. And again, this isn't just about being a little bit faster. This is a whole new ballgame. It's an intelligent system that works instantly.
And this is where the magic happens. A customer hits submit on that form and their phone rings instantly. It's the AI. It has a quick, natural chat with them, qualifies them as a good lead, and gets them booked right into the calendar. Bam! Then it sends them a confirmation on WhatsApp and SMS and updates your CRM in real time. The whole thing is done. Not in hours, not in days, but in minutes. All without a single person on your team lifting a finger.
So, what's the big picture here? What does all of this really mean for your business? In this last section, let's talk about the true impact, because it's about so much more than just a cool piece of tech. It's about totally reimagining how you operate.
The benefits here are just huge. You're talking to customers the second they reach out. You're qualifying leads way faster. You're slashing all that boring, repetitive admin work for your team. This means you can scale up without having to hire a bunch of new people. Customer satisfaction goes through the roof, all your communication is finally in one place, and over time, you build this incredible engine of business intelligence, which all leads to the one thing we all want: more revenue.
I really want this next thought to sink in, because it's the core of everything we've talked about. This isn't just about a new tool. The future belongs to businesses that evolve, that move away from these simple, broken workflows and start building intelligent systems. So, I'll leave you with one final question. Is your business ready to evolve? Really think about your current setup, about those walls you keep hitting, and all the opportunities that are slipping away. The blueprint is right here. The potential is absolutely massive. What are you going to do with it?